What's up, everybody? Jester Jules here. And listen, can we have an honest discussion? I want to talk to you guys about something that will likely get me ostracized from the jewelry business forever. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is diamonds. And I get asked a lot, are diamonds a good investment? Lord, no, they're a horrible investment. Unless you're buying the Hope diamond or any other large stone, an internally flawless D-color 5-carat diamond, and you can buy it for a song, they're a horrible investment. You're going to wear this diamond for the next 20 or 30 years, and probably not ever going to get out of it what you paid for it. So that brings me to the second point. Are diamonds rare? Not even remotely. Everybody you know owns 6 at least. They may not be large and they may not be high quality, but there's nothing rare about a diamond. So number 3, why do diamonds cost so much? Well, to figure out why diamonds cost so much, we have to get into the history of the diamond. And that's where De Beers comes in. In the mid-1800s, diamonds were insanely rare. Unless you were a king or a queen or had a state, you couldn't afford one. You just couldn't go down to the local jewelry store and buy a diamond. They were just unaffordable. But in the second half of the 19th century, South Africa saw this huge diamond rush, which flooded the market with diamonds. And unless you were asleep in 7th grade civics class, you know that when you flood the market with anything, the price goes down. So what do you do when you flooded the market with something and it's not worth really anything anymore? You create a demand. And De Beers was very successful in creating a demand. De Beers was founded by Cecil Rhodes in 1888, I believe, and they're headquartered in London now, and they employ about 20,000 people. That's a lot of mouths to feed. Now, I don't know if Cecil was of the Oppenheimer family or if the Oppenheimer family bought De Beers from Mr. Rhodes at some point. However, there's really close ties in history with the Oppenheimer family. As a matter of fact, I think the Oppenheimer family now just sold De Beers to another company or corporation. However, their business practices haven't changed, only the controlling faction. But anyway, it really takes some ingenious marketing strategies to uphold the diamond's intrinsic value when in fact it's all a man-made marketing scheme. Prices sharply declined in the 1930s, which led De Beers to create a marketing campaign which is still in use today, and that tagline is "A diamond is forever." And through this campaign, they convinced men that the size of the diamond they bought their fiance was to be directly proportional to the amount of love which they had. What a load of crap. Really? So that tagline was formed, I believe, in the mid to late 1940s. And it was the largest ad campaign in diamond history. So when they started this campaign, they also started telling men that they needed to spend 1 month's salary on the diamond for their fiance. And as if that wasn't good enough, which it obviously wasn't, they started telling men shortly thereafter that no, it's not 1 month, it's 2 months. If you really love your fiance, you need to spend 2 months' salary on a diamond. Well, I don't know about where you guys live, but where I'm from in Central Arkansas, the average monthly salary is probably somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000. So you're going to tell me that someone who's making $36,000 a year before taxes needs to spend $6,000 on an engagement ring for their fiance. Number one, they can't afford it. Number two, if they could afford it, it's not a wise decision. But yet they feel guilted into, well, I know how much I'm supposed to spend, but I can't afford $6,000, so maybe I can just afford $1,500, and here's my Visa card. So they'll pay on that diamond for the next 10 or 12 or 20 years if they ever pay it off at all, it becomes a financial hardship. And it's a financial hardship that was born from guilt. They were guilted into thinking that if they really love their fiance, they'll spend money they don't have to buy a diamond they don't need. Dave Ramsey calls that insanity. So now he spent money that he doesn't have to buy a diamond that he can't afford to give a fiance that he's going to feel bad about anyway because she's really worth $6,000. He gives her this diamond and he tells her, honey, I'm sorry. You're worth more than this, but this is all I can afford right now. And someday when things get better and we start making better money, I promise you I'll buy the diamond then that I could not afford to buy you now. Man, what a load of crap. Really? I mean, is this how people start off? This is actually how people start off. They start off feeling guilty about the gift they bought their fiance because some crap hole company by the name of De Beers brainwashed the public into thinking that if they didn't spend 2 months' salary, they were a lesser person. Load of horse shit. Sorry, but it's true. Now, let me say this. What I just said flies in the face of jewelers and diamond distributors worldwide. They will hate me for saying this, but I don't work for them. I actually work for you guys. And there's a plethora of other stones that you can set in an engagement ring that are actually more rare and definitely more affordable. I mean, let's just take the moissanite, for example. And to the untrained eye, it's hard to tell one from the other. I've been in the business almost 27 years. Every now and then I'll get one in. I'll have to actually use a tester on to make sure it's a moissanite before I'm willing to say it is one way or the other. They're extremely hard to tell, and they're a fraction of the price. So I don't want people to feel bad about their purchase for their fiance. They're starting their life together, and you shouldn't start it on the wrong foot where you feel guilty about what you paid. Throw all of that information that's being pushed at you through ad campaigns out the window. It doesn't matter. Buy a diamond if you want a diamond. Sacrifice size for quality. If you can't afford a 1 carat, don't buy a crappy 1 carat. Buy a ½ carat that's a pretty nice stone. You'll get a lot more mileage out of it. It's not rare. It's a created campaign to sell product. And frankly, I don't like it. I never have liked it. I never have cared for the lies that were perpetuated to the American people specifically, because that's where I live, and that's where a lot of the that's just where I live, and that's where I see it affect people. So I guess in the end, what I'm saying is, I'll put myself on the line and my reputation on the line with the industry because I want you guys to know the truth. And the truth is, you don't spend money that you don't have on something that you don't need when there's alternatives. And my moral compass knows exactly where true north is. And I couldn't live with myself if I perpetuated that lie any longer. So I don't make as much money as the next guy. I'm not a rich jeweler by any stretch of the imagination. You've seen my shop. But I sleep pretty damn well at night. So guys, you don't have to spend $6, $9, $10, $50,000 on a diamond. If you want to and you can afford it, go do it. But you don't have to. There's alternatives. Be smart and don't feel guilty about the size or the quality, or even if you buy a diamond at all. Anyway, it's the Jester of Jewels again. Be sure and click like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing the comments, especially since this is a hot button topic. Be sure and check the link on the upper left corner to some of my other videos, and you guys have a blessed day.